Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of Let's Learn to Play Pokemon together. So, what I decided I'm going to be doing is, as I'm playing here and slowly, hopefully, getting subscribers and our community grows, I'm going to be hopefully answering questions regarding of what content you guys would like to see of items that I do have. Like I said again, if you haven't watched the first video, it's a recap of, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of everything. I'm gonna be doing a few let's plays. I'm gonna be doing a few unboxings as I'm getting tabletop wargaming stuff. I'm gonna be doing some Yu-Gi-Oh card unboxings, some Pokemon cards unboxings. And then as for now, we're just gonna be doing Let's Learn to Play Pokemon together, because like I mentioned on my first video, I was like a lot of people that collected when there was a craze back in the 90s, because I'm a 90s kid. A lot of people collected them, but not a lot of people actually learned how to play, and the few that did, it wasn't that often that you see that. So it's been since it first came out that I'm barely learning how to play now, which is kind of sad. But I was thinking maybe in one of the next videos I can show you guys the stuff that I do have that I started collecting from 2016 or so and on forward, because as you heard on the first video, I sadly traded in a lot of my original base set 1, base set 2, and all the Neos packs cards in the early 2010s to get into Magic, because I never played Magic, and at that time I wanted to play, so I traded in all my cards of Pokemon to get Magic product, which later I instantly regretted, like I mentioned. How I found out about tabletop wargaming was actually in the early 2010s again. I went to a card shop because when I got into Magic, I wanted to play with people and try out the tournaments and the Friday Night Magic that the craze was all about. So me and one of my old friends, we went to a store to play Magic, and it was fun. We were nervous. It was the first time we were doing this, like actually going to a place in a store and actually playing. And when I got there, a lot of people were actually playing tabletop wargaming, and it was completely new to me. And I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. It reminded me a lot like Age of Empires and stuff like that from the computer games, but tabletop. And I started asking questions to the store owner. And the store owner's like, yeah, you choose an army depending on the game. You paint them however you want. You have to build them. You have to put glue on them. And I instantly got hooked. And the first tabletop wargaming game I think I actually started with was with War Machine and Hordes. It's from Privateer Press. I got the 2-player starter box that at that time was Protectorate of Menoth versus Kador, I believe. I got that box. I instantly thought, oh, I'm gonna play Kador, which are kind of like the Russian-esque army of that company, and it was fun. I played a few games to that, but once I played Menoth and I realized that they heavily focus on setting stuff on fire, I instantly got hooked. So, pardon me. So I started amassing this giant army of Menoth, and just like I'm sure a lot of people know that do tabletop wargaming, you make the mistake that you buy more models than you can paint. So I have a big Menoth army just built, just prime black, not painted, that hopefully sometime I would like to paint. But I went from selling my original Pokemon cards to buying Magic cards to going out and actually playing Magic cards. And then I found out about tabletop wargaming, and I know War Machine and Hordes was a big thing in the hobby store, and then a big thing was also Warhammer Fantasies. So I started seeing the whole rank and file thing, and I instantly got hooked because I'm a big fan of Total War, Medieval, and all those types of real-time strategy PC games. So seeing rank and files, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. You can build them, paint them. They just look so awesome on the field. And I came from a hobby that I used to do gasoline RC racing back in the day. So semi painting and and spray can and priming and all that kind of came second nature to me. Let's see here. Here, 60 damage. Well, I don't need that. He's still good. It came second nature to me. So I instantly got hooked on that. I jumped from War Machine and Hordes to Warhammer Fantasy at that time, which I got the High Elves vs. Skaven box. The Island of Blood, Isle of Blood, I believe it was called. And got heavily invested on the High Elves, which sadly I know now because they turned into Age of Sigmar. I know most of the elves range went away because they replaced it with the sub factions with the different elves. I know the High Elves came back, but it's a whole new range of models. And then I know they also have the Wood Elves, which are the Sylvanet now. And then Cities of Sigmar is what the rest of the Wood Elves went. So yeah, that's a little bit of my history. Sold my Pokemon cards originals. Made a big mistake. Bought a lot of Magic cards. Then from Magic, I got introduced to tabletop wargaming, and I dove all into that because I'm a big fan of all that. And I know right now I'm playing Let's Play here, but like I mentioned before, I was one of those kids that would collect a lot of Pokemon cards in the 90s, but I actually never learned to play. So I figured, hey, why just not make let's just make a Let's Play and then just talk about a little bit about myself and where I come from, and hopefully where I want to bring the channel to. But oops, I think I just made a mistake there. So yeah, and as I get subscribers and comments and what people want to see, I think we probably want to switch them back. Let's see here. I figured, for now we'll just learn a little bit about me, my backstory. One of my next videos, I hope to show you all the cards I have that we can unbox together. I do have a few Warhammer stuff that's still new on Sprue box. I have, let me see, Age of Sigmar Starf. I even have the Star Wars Legion starter box. My pile of shame was a lot bigger, but thankfully I trimmed it down. But I still have more than enough to show off, and maybe for those few people that even collect Hot Wheels, I have a semi-big Hot Wheels collection. I mostly collect muscle cars and old school trucks. There are some exceptions, exotic cars and here and there. I haven't really bought Hot Wheels in a while, but if you guys are interested in seeing my Hot Wheels collection, I'll be more than happy to show you guys also. For now, let's just keep playing here. Like I mentioned, this account is gonna be just only for the channel. I figure we can learn to play together and grow this account together. And yeah, hopefully I don't do so horrible. I do have a nice chunk of codes that I attained since I went back into collecting Pokemon cards in 2016. So I went all in ever since Evolutions, because it was the reprints of the original cards, so it hit the nostalgia string for me, so that's where I jumped back in. But yeah, I figured, let's just play this, do a few Let's Plays, as hopefully I start getting subscribers and you guys can let me know, like, hey, show me your Hot Wheels collection, or let's open up some Yu-Gi-Oh packs or Pokemon packs, or let's hang out, hobby hangout, and let's paint some stuff. I have miscellaneous units of, like, from Warhammer 40k, Hormagons. I have some Primaris that I think I'm gonna do Blood Angels. I have Age of Sigmar. I have Vampire Counts. I have the Sky Pirates, the Dwarf Pirates. I have some Ogres that I have built and primed and I want to paint. Like I said earlier, Star Wars Legion. I even have halflings that I bought from War Games Atlantic, which is another cool company that I found out about, that they do like random unit purchases, and the most recent one that I think I want to get is those lizardmans. So if you guys want to check those guys out, War Games Atlantic has a lot of really cool one-off units that are great even for Dungeons and Dragons or any other fantasy settings, Pathfinder. You know, I have books for those games. And I never played Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, but I have played one RPG game in the Island Kingdoms, which is from War Machine and Hordes, the privateer press company. I played one game there, and that was my first experience in the RPG back in the 2010s. Sadly, the hobby store I used to go and play War Machine and Hordes closed a while ago, but yeah, you know, I'm gonna be slowly showing you guys off. I do have from the new Indomitus from Warhammer 40k. I have half of the Necrons that I need to build and paint. So hopefully maybe that'll be another video. But for now, I've been really having fun learning how to play Pokemon, and I figured, you know, let's start this whole YouTube thing, and sorry about that. Let's see where this goes. You know, I always wanted to start YouTube, but I just, from one reason to another, I just never pulled the trigger, you can say, until now. Let's see here. So, heal 60. This one, discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. Shuffle the card. Oh, pardon me. So right now it looks like all these first fights are kind of like tutorial fights. Let's see. So it looks like you always have to have 60 cards. You always get 6 prize cards. Oh man, Ice Coffee's attacking back. Let me see, I can evolve Spearow into Fearow. And then I was also even thinking doing let's plays on the original games like Violet, Red, Leaf, Green, which are one of more my favorites. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing this. So hopefully you guys enjoy, you know, this hangout, and maybe have it as back noise, or also learning, you know, Pokemon with me, or playing along with me, or just even simply using it as back noise meanwhile you guys are hobbying, building something, painting something. Oh, I actually do have a handful of Gundams too that I can, you know, be building, making videos for you guys if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, once we finish this fight, I think I'm gonna end part 2. Oh, let's see. Oh, draw 3 cards. That's cool. Let me see here. We got Pikachu. We got Potion. Oh, I think we can use that. You know, and I'm still watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm still learning on editing and all that. And I do have a Facebook that I created for this channel, and a Twitch that I created for this channel. When I'm gonna be streaming live, I don't know yet. But you know, I just have all the accounts ready, so as the channel grows, they're ready to go there as I keep moving forward and keep learning, you know. Alright, awesome. So I think we finished that one, and I think I'll end this video here, and we'll continue on with the last fight of the tutorial. Okay, well, thanks for joining again, guys, and hope you're enjoying this, and have a good one, and see you until next time.